want you to want what I want.
It's showtime.
Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. I'm your host, caster and organizer of this fine tournament, and we are here watching NaS versus BuLL. Now unfortunately there was a couple of walkovers in the series. I'm just quickly reporting one of the other ones now. We're going to move on to our fourth game of the series, which should be a fairly exciting one. We do have a couple of players that a lot of people may know, especially one of them. The other player I certainly know because he's been doing really well so far in the STPL. But he is going to have a tough opponent here as we move into our fourth game. Now, just to quickly bring up the replay while I sort this out, then I can sort of get into the game and everything. But hopefully you're all enjoying the show so far. We are, of course, in the middle of round 2. This is week 5. So there's only actually 2 weeks after this before the playoffs. So that should be fairly interesting, fairly exciting as well. Now, of course, there's a lot of games still to come. We've played a lot of games so far. We've played about about 19 weeks the STPL has been going on now. And I've enjoyed every single second of it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. But unfortunately I am solo casting today. Rapid had something come up, so he did bail out for that. So he's gone to sleep now. And it is of course just me, so it's not too bad. I don't mind solo casting too much, but of course when you're casting with someone else, especially someone you're close to as well, it makes it a little bit easier. But I'm not going to complain. I have all of you guys here keeping me company. And it's always fun to bring these games to you. So let's head on over in just a second to introduce our players and what map they're going to be playing on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this time for BuLL, we're going to have the Terran player here, FlyMeo. Now BuLL has done FlyMeo has done a good job for his team so far. He is currently 1 for 2, but he has appeared for all of his games, if I remember correctly. He's of course at a 33% win ratio, so not currently sort of jostling for the top spots in the tournament, but still a consistent player, comes out every single time. This is going to be his first game against Zerg. Now, I do know over the weekend I've got a lot of coding to do to fix my overlay, because I had a bunch of stuff that broke some other bits. But such is the joy of coding. My overlay is all done in Java. And then, of course, for NaS, we have the king himself, or the coach, as he likes to refer himself as. It is eOnzErG from IFU. Of course, he's playing on NaS for the STPL. He's currently 2 for 0 at the moment. Great win ratio for him, 100% of course. He is actually 1-0 up against Terran. He did beat FAMASI last round, or last week even, when they played against White. Sorry, no, it was 2 weeks ago when they played against White. He is the only person to have beaten FAMASI as well, so great job by eOnzErG. Obviously didn't play in the last round either. He did join NaS for round 2. And here they are going to be moving on to Hitchhiker. Now, Hitchhiker, one of the rare maps from the Ice tile set. We've currently had 5 TBCs on this map. Currently going in favor of the Zerg, 3 for 2. Obviously, there are the other stats as well, if you're so inclined to look at them. And for BuLL, of course, we do have FlyMeo, and then we've got eOnzErG. But Hitchhiker, A two-player map, very short rush distance through the middle of the map, but a very tiny choke all the way through the middle. There is a long, winding path around the outside, blocked off by temples, so you can't just walk into your opponent's main from behind right away. Drops very strong on this map, and a lot of other things to say as well, like there are cliffable thirds. Thirds are mineral only, but you can go and take one of the corner bases for that extra gas early on. And there are some semi-island bases as well, blocked off by side disruptors. So let's not waste any more time, and let's head on over to the game, and let's get started with our it's our second game today, but our fourth and possibly final game of our first set. Okay, and starting us in at the top left-hand position, we do have the eOnzErG fighting for NaS, the coach himself. It's eOnzErG. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom right-hand position is the purple Terran. Fighting for BuLL, it's going to be FlyMio. And now, of course, if you are just tuning in and wondering how it's 2-for-1 already, there were unfortunately 2 walkovers. They did go in favour of NaS, and BuLL just took the last game. So, FlyMio, interested to know if eOnzErG played in IC Cup. Man, that guy was king of IC Cup. But obviously, Bolivia, it's kind of weird, but Bolivia is seen as kind of self-contained. There's a lot of Bolivian players on BuLL. You don't really see them too much in many outside South America tournaments. In a way, it's kind of like the Peruvian scene, where there's a lot of players, a lot of them you don't really hear about too much. But I did play with FlyMio back in the day on IC Cup myself. He did beat me. He's a fairly good Terran player. I mean, so far, Reina has proved to be a little bit better than FlyMio, of course, but FlyMio's still going to be working his hardest here to try and beat down arguably one of the strongest players in the entire tournament. And now, of course, his stats don't quite show that yet, but he did only just join. And now, interestingly, Fly did misclick, so he sent his SCV in the wrong direction. But here we go. Looks like we're going to see the barracks coming in from him by the ramp. Very important to get that up as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, we're going to have a 12 pool, a 12 hatch even from eOnzErG. Now, it'll be interesting to see exactly what eOnzErG's going to do. He's actually going to go gas before pool here. So eOnzErG playing very, very confidently. He knows he doesn't need those units early on. He's going to scout. There is going to be a barracks, and interestingly, Fly is going for a gas behind this, so we are going to see a factory opening from him. Now, if one thing eOnzErG is good against, it's the 1-1-1. Eon plays against that a lot when he plays the Koreans on ladder. We're going to have a nice bit of drone micro. Actually going to be able to take down one of the SCVs. Oh, this is going to be so close. An SCV dance. Very hard to pull off against the drone. Drone, of course, does have an extra range. And it looks like he's going to be forced to just move around. And there we go. The assassin drone going to get his prey and pull back to fight another day. What a great move by him. Now, we actually saw some drones being pulled to take down a bunker, which is kind of interesting given the fact he did see there was no marine. But his pool was late, so he didn't want to chance anything there. Now, the hatchery does finish up, so those drones actually transfer back at weird time as well. But still, Mio going to see exactly what's going on in his opponent's base. It is going to be a 2-hatch build from eOnzErG here. We're going to have a factory coming in from FlyMio. Now, is this going to be for 2-port Wraith? Or is he going to be going for something a little bit more standard, like a 1-1-1? It's kind of weird to say 1-1-1 is standard, but eOnzErG isn't playing standard, man. He's the coach. He's going for a lair at his natural with a Hydralisk Den. This is 100% going to be a lurker opening here. And now, interestingly, FlyMio is able to build a bunker here still. And eOnzErG does scout this, of course, but he's not got any lings at the moment to actually help this. Now, here we go. It looks like we're going to have the drones pulled. He's going to try and keep the... oh, he gets the SCV. That's a great move. He does lose a single drone, though. The Marine's really, really nicely microed at the moment. Gets another drone for his troubles. He's not target firing, though. Does get a third drone. Will he get a fourth one? No, he will not. One of the drones living with an inch of their life. But here we go, we got the... Wait, I thought there was a vulture on the way, but it doesn't look like it is. He's actually going into siege mode. So Mio playing a little bit unstandard himself. He's going into an academy from here. Now siege mode, gonna be good against those lurkers early on, but he's doing a 1 base play here. He's not gone for a 1-1-1. He's not gone for a 2-port Wraith or anything. He's actually going into 2 barracks, academy, with tanks. Now, of course, early tanks going to be quite strong if he does push through the map with them. But this is going to be very difficult for him. I mean, yeah, we only have 1 creep colony coming in from eOnzErG, but still, I mean, this is a very difficult build to pull off at the best of time. We actually have a Spire behind this. So the Hydralisk Den is a... Oh, okay, the Hydralisk Den, of course, is because he saw the factory, so he got some... Hydralisk just to defend against any possible vulture and things like that. Now he actually cancelled an egg, so I get the feeling that that would have been a Hydralisk there. He wants to save that money, wants to get that gas back ready for his Muteless when they come out. And 2 Hatcher Muteless play is going to be so good against this build. I think we actually saw our 3rd barracks going up. We see there's no engineering bay. This is looking like it could catch Fly Mio completely off guard here. He just does not realize this is what's coming his way. Now he's going to try and push across the map. And yeah, tanks are going to be strong, but realistically what are tanks going to do against mutas? They can't shoot up, you don't have an engineering bay. And this is why this kind of build is very risky. Now, sometimes you do see this kind of build where they go into very fast science facility. Now we do have an engineering bay on the way, but we do already have the muteless in production. And when they pop out, this is going to be so devastating for Flymeo. Now he's going to pull a few SUVs with this as well. And Overlord going to see everything that's going on. And eOnzErG is going to feel very happy with the outcome of this game. As here we go, we see him moving across the map now with his muteless, just trying to gather them up, waiting to go for a little bit of an engagement. Now we do have a good amount of Medic Marine here, but it's just not really enough. And there we go. Now we have siege mode, but with 2 of the Marines going down already, there's only actually 3 units that can shoot up. The muteless are on a cliff, and this is just a great position for eOnzErG. Now of course, the tank's doing a lot of damage, so he's forced to target them down, but the Marines all going down, and this is the majority of Flymeo's forces. Now that tank, this build was everything he was going for. He was going for a quick bust against the 3-hatch Muir style when he, well, like a Hydralisk build, but unfortunately it didn't work. We don't even have any turrets in production. Oh, and this could be very dangerous. It looks like Flymeo may just die, and yes he will. GG! Flymeo knows he's too far behind, and eOnzErG will take the win for NaS, of course. And that will actually end the series on a 3-for-1. Now that was a very quick series, and of course there was only 2 games played on that. That was a little bit unfortunate, but luckily enough, it's not the only series we're going to have today, so don't despair. Do not go anywhere, of course, as well. I'm just going to quickly throw up the results screen for that series, just to round it off for the purpose of the VODs. And then I'll go into a quick break, just while I try and fix something, and while I check something as well. And we should be good to go from there. Now, let's just quickly report their win, and then save it. And then let's head on over to the overlay, and let's see the results and quickly round up that series. And I say that and I'm not ready. It's all good. It's all part of the fun. Here we go. Okay, so it was a very quick series, that one. There was a couple of walkovers. The first walkover did go in favour of Terra. He did show up at the default time. Dark did not, unfortunately. Second game was a pretty cool TVP between Reyna and Dragon. I know I'm not sure anyone would have predicted that result at all, but it shows that BuLL do have the caliber to play well. They just need their players to turn up on time, and they could do a very good job in this tournament, I would say. And they're certainly one of the teams to look out for in round 3. Of course, that is going to make sure that they do not have a chance of getting into the playoffs now in round 1. Of course, that was probably decided last week, but still, they are going to be back in round 3. Of course, they're still going to have a few more games to play out for the end of round 2 as well. And they're certainly going to be a team to look out for in the future. Their team dynamic is fairly good. They're of course all from the same country, all practice together quite a lot. But Reina did a great job against Dragon. Now, we saw Battlesai win over Dio in a walkover on New Sniper Ridge. And then finally, we saw eOnzErG abuse FlyMio there. FlyMio was a little fly on the wall. eOnzErG got his little, like, electric fly zapper. Did take him down on Hitchhiker, and that does give NaS the 3-1 victory. Now, that isn't the end of the STPL today. We're now about to see Seoul Gaming versus 9th Team. That should be a fairly interesting series. So I just need to take a very quick break. Well, I say quick break. It's going to be about a 10-minute break. I do apologize. But there is a little bit of stuff I need to do in between just to make sure everything's working fine and everything like that. So don't go anywhere, guys. I will be back in just over 10 minutes. I'll leave you with some Brood War music in the meantime. And I will see you guys very shortly. Have fun, and see you when I'm back.